Babe of the day. Babe of the day. Debbie Harry of Blondie. I know a lot of times you'll see her name as Deborah, but I don't care. She'll always be Debbie to me. It sounds cuter, and it fits her better. Everyone in Blondie played their part, but Debbie Harry had the sparkle. It always looked like she enjoyed what she was doing. She was even on The Muppet Show. How cool was that? An interesting little bit of trivia. Before Blondie fame, Debbie Harry had actually worked as a Playboy bunny. She looked good in her Playboy bunny outfit. Maybe she should have kept this for Blondie. But she wore a lot of different outfits in Blondie, so. But this was definitely a good look for her. She fit it well. She suited well. One thing that a lot of people may not realize is that she did quite a bit of acting too in films and television. Never any real major roles, but either bit parts or good supporting roles. And they weren't even in like really low productions for the most part. She was in a Sylvester Stallone movie in 1997 called Copland. And she was in some other name projects too. And then of course, she did television. She did The Muppet Show in 1980, which is a very good episode, by the way. Some of the celebrities on The Muppet Show worked better than others. I don't want to name names, but there were some people that went on there that were just absolutely terrible. They had no business being on a Muppet Show. But Debbie Harry actually really belonged, and it looked like she had a good time. It's a good episode, even if you're not a Blondie fan for some reason. But that's the magic of The Muppet Show, is that you don't even have to be a particular fan of that person to enjoy their performance in The Muppet Show. It's kind of unique how that worked. But she did a lot of different movies and television shows of all different kinds. Horror. She did she was in Tales from the Dark Side, the movie. Body Bags. Things like that. And then in comedy shows too. She had a pretty wide range. I'm not sure why she didn't pursue a career in acting more than she did to get more of a lead role. But she definitely dared to be different. She did a lot of different kinds of photos, publicity photos and everything. It says that most actresses and singers wouldn't do. Some of them, could be perceived as a little bit odd, but since she was a punk singer, it worked out. I always think it has like sort of a Cleopatra looking hairdo. Blonde Cleopatra. And for those that don't know, she actually was in a long-term relationship with the guitarist from Blondie, Chris Stein. And, they're no longer together. They did break up, but, they still remain friends. But she was with him for a real long time. Had 4 number 1 hits between 1979 and 1981, which is pretty good. And those are just the number 1 hits. That's not saying that that's all the popular songs they did. But they had quite a streak for a while. And I'm glad that they actually got back together after such a acrimonious breakup that they had, that they actually were able to get back together in later years and be quite successful. They did well and recorded more albums. That's a neat outfit right there. It's kind of a neat picture, that little jumpsuit. She wore a lot of different outfits. Some of them, were fairly normal. Some of them look a bit more bizarre. The Frog Scouts in The Muppet Show. That's just one of the things. With Kermit. They gave her a lot of time with Kermit. Here's the pink dresses. I actually like it when the outfits that she wears are a little bit sort of semi-normal looking, but a little offbeat. I kind of like those outfits the best. Anything that's way bizarre, says I don't really go for too much. Like, that's an interesting look right there. That's sort of semi-normal. That's quite a pose, right? That's pretty daring. It's not a kind of pose that you can do forever. This is sort of a rare photo right here of her outside of an amusement park. That's an outfit that sort of attracted attention back then at that time. The little schoolgirl outfit. She's not the tallest thing, so she could get away with wearing this. Not everybody can. And I thought she had a good solo music career too. But seriously, I think with Blondie, I mean, Blondie, they have to be together. It's just one of those things. Not every group can have, solo members split off from it and be good. Led Zeppelin's a prime example, Led Zeppelin has to be Led Zeppelin together. It can't be any of the members solo. And Blondie is the same thing. I mean, it really works best when they're all together. One of their reasons for breaking up was that she was getting so much attention. Well, it says, dummies, you called the band Blondie and you made her the focus of the group. I says, of course. Of course she's going to get the most attention. Just ride with it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tribute to Debbie Harry. She's just a great personality. I enjoy her as a singer. I'm glad that, she's had success back then and continue to have success later on after the initial run. Thank you very much.